What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video here today. We are here for the first league race of 2020. Second video of 2020, I think. Don't quote me on that. I'm a bit tired at the moment, so I can't remember. But, anyway, we're back for Apex Online Racing. We're back after the Christmas break for the Japanese Grand Prix, round 17, so hopefully we can have a good one here today. But, yeah, let's go get into qualifying and let's get this show on the road and see how we do. Alright, so here we are in the garage for qualifying. Dry qualifying and dry race as well, so thankfully we don't have to come back after the Christmas break and get thrown right in the deep end, which is nice. But my apologies that there was no video from Russia. I'll be blunt. The race was going fairly well. We were battling Pete for the lead for the majority of the race, but then rain was set to hit at the end of the race. I took a gamble to come in for Inters, didn't pay off, so Pete won the Russian Grand Prix, and we only just managed to steal P10 on the final lap, so we lost 25 crucial championship points, so we only have a 43-point lead coming in to the Japanese Grand Prix. Coming into this one though, I'm not going to lie, I did have the championship picture in the back of my mind. Say if this was at somewhere like maybe Canada or France, I wouldn't be thinking too much about that. I'd still really just be going hell for leather, just trying to make sure I win every race. But now that we're at the back end of this season, so to speak, and after this there's only 4 races left in the season, so we're getting to the business end of the season now. 43-point lead in the championship, so I don't expect to win this race, I will be brutally honest. Pete has always been pretty darn quick around here at Suzuka. If anyone tuned into my live stream, RaceSpec Esports, the Pacific Series, probably back in like October last year or whenever it was, Pete just disappeared up the road, so I don't expect to win this race, but I do want to try and at least come in second to minimise the damage. But here we are on our final qualifying lap. Pete currently sits in provisional pole, Swaggy in P2, ourselves in P3, X-Revolution in P4. We're purple in the first and second sector, so we might be on to take provisional pole position here, up to the line. Are we going to do it? 5 thousandths of a second, you are kidding. Damn it, but that wasn't enough in the end anyway. We get demoted back down to P3. I think Pete improved down to like a 27.3 or a 27.4, and Swaggy improved basically to almost match Pete as well. Only 3 thousandths off taking pole, so not a bad lap from the Alfa Romeo driver there. I reckon he could seriously be a championship threat. Swaggy does have really good pace, but just keeps getting involved and causing stupid incidents. But yeah, hopefully nothing like that happens today, and we can just try and minimise the damage to the Mercedes. One crucial thing to note as well is the constructors are still up for grabs. Definitely a long shot to take it away from Mercedes. I think we're 70 odd points behind the Silver Arrows at the moment, so we got our work cut out.
Let's get the car up to temperature on this lap. We're learning the gears, so go through them all if you can.
Alright, cheers for that absolutely pointless reminder there, Jeffrey, but away we go for the formation lap. As I said, coming into this race, confidence levels weren't really high. I have been playing Gran Turismo Sport an awful lot, probably in the past 2 weeks, and I literally not touched F1 after Christmas Day until probably 2 hours before this race, to be honest. So it's been a long time, but qualified P3, so hopefully we can have a good race. So far I can say that I still remember what I'm supposed to do, but anyway, so main aim, not going to lie, damage limitation. Try and get Swaggy off the line if we can, but really just try and minimise the damage to Pete Crichton, and yeah, just have a good race and let's enjoy the first race of 2020. Alright, just waiting for the last couple of people to ready up. There we go. So here we are, awaiting 5 red lights for the Japanese Grand Prix, round 17 of ALR, and away we go. Looks like a pretty decent launch. Pete Crichton gets a good launch, moves over to cover off Swaggy. We've got a good launch. Are we going to try to go around the outside of the Alpha? No. I thought about it, not going to lie, but turn 1, lap 1, it's really pointless trying to take a big risk like that. I do have to kind of look big picture here as well. Swaggy obviously does have a bit of a reputation for being a very aggressive defender, so we will have to watch out for that as he runs really wide actually. Coming out of the S section there, coming into Ledegna's for the first time. Pretty decent run. X-Revolution right behind us as well. He's pretty close. Do I cover? No. Just go really late on the brakes. Nearly rear end Swaggy there, so that would have looked good if we had done that on our first race back, but thankfully we didn't rear end him, and we carry on. We're cutting on to the final chicane a few moments later, trying to make a move on Swaggy. We look to the outside, there's no way through. Warning for exceeding track limits, so that's really not going to help our cause. Pete Crichton fastest lap of the race, already about a second up the road, but we're going to try and make the move on the Alfa Romeo now, down into turn 1. He has the inside line, try for the switch back, but he has that covered off nicely. And we maintain P3 for the moment. X-Revolution still right behind us as well, and quite a few cars right behind us as well, so I kind of feel like Swaggy might be a little bit of a cork in the bottle right here.
Okay,
and he's holding us up a little bit, but cutting on to lap 3, we're going to go up the inside of the Alfa Romeo, down into turn 1. We should get this done. Little brake lock up though, and we've run wide. We're off the circuit. Another warning for exceeding track limits. Now, I do think that one was absolutely ridiculous. Like, we've lost an awful lot of time, so I don't see how that's even a half-flow, decent, proper fucking track warning. But anyway, but here we go, down into turn 1. We're going to try to go around the outside now. A little bit of contact between the pair of us. We're still side by side now. We should get this move done. He feels like he's turning into us a little bit. He's still there. And now we're going to go side by side and we're in the gravel. What on earth is that man doing? Seriously. Oh my god. Okay, so that hasn't gone to plan. Now we're back down in P5 with, I think it's 40 Plebs and Spilly ahead of us now. Pete Crichton undoubtedly will be laughing in the cockpit of that Silver Arrow, knowing that his championship rival is now down in P5. And I don't know, I mean, you guys let me know what you think about that incident, but if it's classed as a racing incident, fine. I personally don't see it that way. I mean, I don't see what his intention was there. He does have a reputation for causing stupid shit like that. That's a 3-second time penalty, so that's not going to help us. But yeah, as I was saying, he just seems to have a reputation for just causing stupid incidents that just don't need to happen. And I can confidently say that there are drivers in this league that will agree with me on that statement. You can interpret it different ways you want. I'm not trying to be mean there, and yeah, that's just honestly my honest opinion. So, as always, you know, let me know what you guys think about that. But getting on to the end of lap 9, on to lap 10, Plev comes into the pits, trying to get the undercut on 40, no doubt. Our teammate comes into the pits behind us as well. So I'm not really sure where he's at the moment. I think he's running around P7 or something at the moment, so not too bad for our teammate Stuart McKenzie. But coming into the pits now on the start of lap 11. We're about a second behind 40 at the moment, and I think he might just get held up there by the Racing Point. I'm not too sure. Are we going to be able to jump him? No, we're not. We've actually been held a little bit there, so that's really annoying. Keeping an eye out for Plebs in the Renault. You can see him coming down the front straight. There he goes. Is he going to get 40? Going down into turn 1. I think the McLaren just hangs on to provisional P2, and he does. Plebs, unfortunately, the undercut did not quite work. If he was probably another half a second further up the road, he might have been able to get it done. But unfortunately, no such luck for the Renault. But for us, we re-emerge in P5, effective P4. Crossy right behind us, he started on the mediums though, so he'll have to stop in probably 3 laps time or something. But cutting on to lap 12, we're right up behind Matt. Thought about a move in 130R, but didn't risk it. Into the final chicane now, we're going to brake really late, try to go clean around the outside. Doesn't give us an awful lot of room, a little bit of contact made, but no harm done. We both keep going. DRS now overtake, rich fuel mixture. We're going to try and get past the Renault driver down into turn 1. We've tried an overtake on the outside once today. We saw how well that ended. And on our second attempt, I decided to back out of it. I didn't want to risk it there. And seeing how deep Plebs went into turn 1 there, it really wasn't worth it. But coming on to lap 13, we're going to try to go around the outside of 130R. And I think we're actually going to make this stick into the final chicane. And holy mackerel, we've actually made that work.
The battery is low on energy.
Jesus Christ, so we're now up into P4, effective P3. And that is very reminiscent of Michael Schumacher, Fernando Alonso. And man, what a move that was. Just gave each other enough room to avoid contact and round the outside of 130R. That was a really, really awesome move. But anyway, coming on to lap 15 now, Red Bull comes into the pits. Actually, no, he doesn't. What am I on about? I don't know. But we get by him. That's up to P3 now. Next up is 40 in the McLaren. Cutting on to lap 18. We've caught up to him a little bit, and that's a big moment for him. Coming out of Spoon, looks like he just got caught up on the curb there. And now we're going to try and capitalise on this if we can. Rich fuel mixture overtakes Slipstream. We're going to pull to the inside now of 130R. So close between the pair of us, almost making contact. We should get this done. He brakes really deep. Goes too deep as a matter of fact, and now we get the better run on the outside. We actually have DRS as well, which is kind of odd, but there we go, move done. That's up to P2. DRS overtake, rich fuel mixture. We should be safe from an attack. We'll send it into turn 1, and we should be okay, and we are. So there we go, recovered all the ground that I think we've basically done all we can at the moment. Pete is about 7.5, 8 seconds up the road, and I really don't see us reeling him in or not by enough to threaten him in any way, shape or form. I don't think he has any penalties either.
They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 9 laps old. The time last lap was a 1:31.7. You're gaining by 8 tenths. 8 tenths.
Alright, so Pete doesn't have any penalties. We do have a 3-second time penalty hanging over our head. And I think 40 has one behind us as well. I don't think Plevs does. But we are pulling away from those two. And we are actually reeling in Pete at a rapid rate of knots at the moment. Gap now down to nearly under 6 seconds. But honestly, I think he's probably cruising at this point. He knows he doesn't need to push and, you know, test any limits or anything, so he's probably just cruising to bring that thing home to the checkered flag and score 25 points here at the Japanese Grand Prix. Our teammate, ironically enough, Stuart McKenzie, actually was able to take that fastest lap away from our championship rival, so that's that could prove crucial at the back end of the season. Well, I say back end of the season, that's exactly where we are, but it could prove crucial by the time we get to Abu Dhabi for the final race of this season. But in saying that, there's still a long way to go yet, 4 more races, and 100 points on offer basically, so anything could happen.
They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 16 laps old. The time last lap was a 1:31.2. You're gaining by 1/10 a lap.
Alright, I don't know why I asked for an update on how Pete was doing, but anyway, but it looks like we're going to come across the line in a few moments time to finish P2. Not bad, our first race back, first league race of 2020, first league race on F1 in probably, in probably nearly a month now, so pretty decent return for us. P. Crichton wins the Japanese Grand Prix, but for us it's going to be P2. Damage limitation race, but good recovery drive after the incident at the start, so I'm happy with the result today. Really good race. Right, so there we go, guys. That has been today's video. Round 17 of Apex Online Racing here for the Japanese Grand Prix. First league race of 2020, and a pretty exciting one at that. I'm not going to lie, I am still in a foul mood over what happened there with Swaggy. I don't know what that man is trying to accomplish with some of the stuff that he does in these races, but anyway, let me know what you guys think about that incident. But that's been today's video, guys. If you guys enjoyed, remember to leave a like, subscribe so you can stay tuned for plenty more. And until my next video, I'll see you guys next time.